Hey there, it's Petra here from BigIncomeParadise.com, and in this video I will show you how you can analyze successful people's posts or videos and images, graphics to see why their posts are doing so well, and then incorporate what you learned into your own content. Okay, so this is going to be super powerful. I hope it's not going to take too long. I'm just going to jump into this and show you how to analyze. So let's start. This is Tanya Eliza, and I'm going to show you 3 different posts. One is from her, one is from Female Entrepreneur Association, and Boss Babe. So first, we're going to check out the image that Tanya here is using. She used her own image. Why? Let me tell you, selfies, where people can see your face, your beautiful face, those images work the best. You are going to get more engagement there because people, especially in these times right now, when we can't, hang out with everyone, we love seeing faces, especially with a smile. So take notes. You have to check out everything, analyze everything. The pose that she created here, is she smiling? Is she crying? Is she doing what she's doing here, right? In what kind of room she is? Is it messy? It's obviously not. Is it distracting? Does it have something distracting in the background? No, there's not much in the background. She's on the couch, she's smiling, and that's it. Right? And it's going to make sense when we read this. I'm going to try and go through this quickly because I don't want this video to be extremely long. So let's start. It's break time. Okay, she started with this. Why? Because you want to know what break time is. Like, okay, I can take a break. That's break time. But from what? What she's doing, So that's why you start reading more. Do you find it as difficult to take a break from working as I do? So do you see what she did there? She asked you a question. She used an emoji, right? Take notes. So asking a question is very powerful. You will see in the next post that I'm going to show you, they start or she starts with a question. So it's super powerful. Questions are powerful. Then what she's doing here is, do you find it as difficult? So the word you, this is something that I learned and it blew me away. The word you is so powerful because you're talking with your audience, obviously. But how will they know that you're talking with them if you always talk about me, myself, and I, right? Even when you're sharing your own story, you can still ask questions like this and incorporate yourself in. As you can see, she did this very well. She asked you a question, but she also told you that it's hard for her to take breaks from work. Right? So use the word you, your, you've, and stuff like that, because that is an extremely powerful word. Now, what she did then is she created a space. As you know, Facebook has the word book inside the name, right? But Facebook, or actually we're on Instagram, but for Facebook, it's not, people don't want to come on Facebook and read a book, a chunk of text. They love spaces in between. See, emojis. Now, if you are going to use hashtags like she did, don't overdo it. She only used 2 hashtags that are super relevant: overachiever problems and entrepreneur life. This is, super relevant to what she's talking about. She created spaces and she used emojis to make it a little bit better, more pleasing to the eye. So whenever you're creating your posts, your content, you can, when you finish it, you can step back a little bit and review. Does your content look like a chunk of text, or does it have space? in between? Does it have hashtags in between? Is it too much? Are there too many emojis? It totally depends on who you are. So she's not using that many emojis. Okay, she's using more than some people. Some people don't ever use emojis, right? But she's not putting too many. I would definitely, because that's me, right? I would put definitely more emojis in, because that's who I am, that I love emojis. What about you? Who are you? Do you love emojis? Do you love, to embellish your content with more emojis? What kind of emojis? You still need to put yourself into your content. So if she's using this many emojis, but you love using more, then why not use more? You shouldn't copy successful people to the T. You should find your own voice. But also, let's move forward. We're going to analyze what she's doing here. I've been working on my upcoming course. Hint, hint, right? She's talking again about herself because that's her life. She can't say that you have been working on the upcoming course, but she's not letting you know what kind of course. So she's building curiosity. And then she starts she says, and I'm in full content creator mode. And obviously this emoji. I would then put a little bit of space here in between. It would be more pleasing to the eye, but this is not that bad, right? Because there's some space here. So then she says, taking a few scheduled breaks while working is so important to keep your sanity. So again, your sanity. She's not talking about, oh, I need to keep my sanity by taking breaks. No, she's talking about you again. You should take breaks. It's not always me, myself, and I, even when you're sharing your story. Include your audience, okay? Then again, space, and she starts asking you a bunch of questions. See what she's doing here? So you can also start asking your audience a bunch of questions. Use the word you again, right? Do you have a snack? Have coffee or tea? Obviously, coffee. Do a little reading. Scroll on social media, right? She's giving you ideas, but she's also asking questions. So then you can respond below. So she is actually asking you for help. She says, I need some new ideas. So she's here. She's also showing you, I'm a human being. Please help me, give me some new ideas. She's showing you that she's not that different from you. If she needs help, she's gonna ask you for help, right? So then again, I want to know what's your go-to at break time, right? So you see how you should analyze every single word, basically, how she's telling a story here. She is telling you a story, right? But she's also asking you questions. So let's move on. Now, this is Female Entrepreneur Association. Analyze this. Is it simple? Can you do something like this? Similar, don't copy, okay? Similar to this in Canva. Yes, in 1 minute you can do this. You don't need over the top images or graphics. You don't need to outsource, except if you want to, of course, but you don't need a graphic designer that you're going to pay thousands of dollars and he or she's going to make an amazing, graphic. No, this can work, right? Make sure that you're branding yourself, your logo, your URL, whatever you want. Put it here so that people can't just, steal this. So basically, I don't know if you can steal save as or just, print screen and stuff like that. I mean, or obviously people can print screen this and that's it, right? But still, you can still brand yourself. And that's a must, okay? People have to get to know you. So we analyze the image. Now let's go here. What do you notice? What are you doing today in order to get the most out of it? Question, you. And it's obviously connected to the quote that she shared here. Then, Focus on the here and now. So she's telling you what to do, right? And making today as amazing as possible so that tomorrow is the best it can possibly be. Why did she put capital letters here? See, that is how you can analyze. Why did she do this? Okay, she wants to make a good point, and she did, right? So if we move on, often it can be ticking off and emoji, which totally makes sense here. All those pesky small tasks. You know, see what she did there? The ones that keep bugging you and pulling your attention. Set time aside to clear down that annoying list of small tasks, and it will feel like such a big win, which is true, by the way. And then some space, you've got this heart, so emoji, and as you can see, green and red. Green, red, and orange emojis work the best. So if you can incorporate green, red, or orange emoji at the beginning of your title or beginning of your post, do that, because it's gonna make your audience stop, okay? Then again, she shares hashtags at the bottom. She put 3 dots like this so that they're a little bit more below so that they don't, you know, this is not as pleasing to the eye, in my opinion, as text here, right? So that's why usually people put hashtags a little bit below. So let's finally check out the last post. I know this video is so long, but still. The woman I'm becoming would have the old me shook, boss babe. So yes, they are talking about themselves, kind of, right? The woman I'm becoming. But check this out. Be proud of the woman you're becoming. You've come a long way, queen. And there's a heart emoji. So again, do you see how powerful the word you've, how powerful that is? You're talking with your audience, not you're talking about me, myself, and I, right? Plus, see, they call their audience queen. I actually do that also, queen or boss babe. I usually use those two. What about you? Figure out how you're going to call your audience. Here's a funny little story. When I started in online business, that was many, many years ago. Like, I think it's going to be 8 years in February of 2021. But I started calling my audience muffins. Yes, it wasn't the best. Don't do that, especially if you're in health and fitness, obviously. But it was funny, and that's how I called my audience, which I'm not going to do that mistake ever again. But yeah, queen, boss babes, you guys, maybe you're saying that. I sometimes even say that, even though I don't like it, because my audience are mostly women, obviously. So queens, boss babes. So figure out how you're going to call your audience. Figure out how successful people, where do they put capital letters? Where do they put emojis? How do they create graphics? Are they using the word you, or are they always talking about themselves? And so on and so on. Where are they putting questions? What kind of questions? All of that. You need to notice all of that. That's how you analyze successful people, successful people's posts. And you can also analyze videos, graphics, whatever they're doing, maybe even freebies. The sky is the limit. Okay, analyze everything, but make sure those people that you analyze are super successful, because if they're not, you might learn something that is not going to help you. Okay, so let me know if this was an eye-opening video, if it helped you. Just reply back to this email, and if you have any questions, specific questions or concerns or whatever, also send me an email and I will do my best to help you out. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and well, talk to you next time.